The engines on the island of Sodor are proud to be working on the Fat Controller's railway. But sometimes they would overhear some enthusiasts and passengers talking about whom their favourite engine is. Some of them carry on their daily business, while some can get it up in their smoke boxes. But over the years, when they wonder about the topic, they have one question in mind. Who's the Fat Controller's favourite? One early morning, Henry returned from pulling the flying kipper, but he was feeling very happy now that the work is done. The Fat Controller was pleased with me for delivering all that fish on time, so I must be the favourite. Really? You? Chuckled Gordon. Coming from a big engine that was scared of a small sailboat, or stopping in the tunnel due to some rain, or charging a train backwards because of some paint on my face like chicken pox. He won't call you a favourite when it comes to falling down a dirty ditch, or bursting a safety valve, or... Will you two stop chatting? Snapped Shane. Some engines want to have some peace and quiet. Henry just huffed and went to sleep. Later that day, he puffed crossly into the junction with a local train. Thomas was there. Good morning, Henry. What's the matter? Henry then explained to Thomas what happened between him and Gordon earlier that morning. Maybe you two are not his favourites, because I'm bound to be his most favourite engine. My branch line is the most important part of the railway, and I'm the Fat Controller's #1 engine. You, the one who crashed into the station master's house, falling down a hole with rails and sleepers, looking for a shortcut? Yes, #1 indeed. Plus, your branch line is a bumpkin line. That made Thomas cross. Well, I'm still #1, and branch lines are important. Without it, there would be no railway. Sure it is, said Henry. Before Thomas could reply, the guard blew his whistle, and Thomas puffed crossly away. Soon, everyone heard from the big engines about today's quarrel. They all thought about who's the favourite. However, they all caused confusion and delay. Doug puffed away with his passengers at a time that he crashed into Douglas's ballast trucks. Gordon asked to be scheduled to pull the Kindly Limited, and he raced along the main line that he had passed his usual speed limit and then a red signal. Luckily, the train protection and warning system stopped him. Botheration! Now I'll never be on time! At Hackenbeck, Thomas was waiting at the passing loop when Stanley raced past him with his train full of stones. Thomas was shunted. Shunted? Again? Oh, that's not fair! Sorry, Thomas, peeped Stanley cheerfully. Thomas pulled into the station, and his patience was beginning to wear thin. As he waited for his passengers to board the train, he cried out, "Hurry, hurry, hurry!" When all the doors were finally closed, Thomas puffed away before his guard could say that the line was clear. Thomas raced down the hill. Toby rolled along the line. He had also heard about the favourite squabble, but he ignored it. As he neared the bridge, Thomas dashed past him. "Oh, slow down, Thomas!" But as Thomas neared Toyrek Station, he could hear Stanley's whistle up ahead. "Stanley, look out!" and the van was in pieces. Thankfully, no one was hurt. But the fat controller wasn't thankful that his engines were being very silly. "All of you have caused confusion and delay. What is the meaning of today's ordeal?" Then all the engines explained. "Wanting to know who's my favourite. Oh dear," he groaned. "Now look, everyone on the island of Sounddog may have a favourite engine. But as for me, I don't have a favourite. Every engine on this railway is your favourite. You're all like a family to me. And as the thin clergyman had once said to me, that in a family you don't have favourites. That will settle the whole thing now." All the engines were silent as they agreed. Later that night, Henry arrived at the works to deliver some trucks of material for the workmen. Thomas was there being checked over to see if there was any damage to him. "I'm sorry about today's ordeal, Thomas." "It's all right, Henry. We all go into silly arguments over nothing. I think it's good that the fat controller doesn't have one favourite, as we would all be arguing endlessly." "Oh, I would hate to see that." "Well, we won't have to," chortled Thomas with a smile.